And with that, we welcome you to the most wonderful time of the MLD season. It is week number 10 of the Platinum League play. I am Curtis. That is Kendo Slice. And we start off this week 10 where the dominoes start falling with an absolute firecracker of a series. It is the Wolves and the Puffins from the Arctic Division. Kendo, this has implications all the way throughout the Blue Conference, including the wild card, but none bigger than what we have here. The Wolves can potentially clinch with a 5-0 if they can get to that magic number.
Of course, the implications are huge on both sides. This is the first major domino in what might be the craziest wildcard race that we have seen to date. And the Puffins, sitting at 25-20, they are 2 games back of the Foxes, who are second in their division, but also hold the second wild card. They're 3 games back of the Wolves, who are 28-17. And all this is melded together into essentially the every game matters, every goal matters sandwich.
It is the Arctic Division melting pot as we have in front of us. Wolves need a 5-0. You look at the rest of the schedule for the Arctic Division. The Foxes play the Blizzard. So the Foxes have the advantage matchup. So the Wolves need a 5-0 to clinch. If not, they open the door to the Foxes for the Foxes to potentially take over the division, playing a weaker Blizzard team by standing. So this becomes huge. Puffins are 2 games back of the Foxes, as you mentioned, in that wild card race. So this should be good. We wait no longer. Wolves and Puffins going to get going on Wasteland, getting these signals out to the teams. We are ready for Rocket League. It is going to be Stevo and Waffles for the Puffins. It is Symbol and it is AJ Geschwind for the Wolves as we get things underway. The sunny backdrop, the dusk backdrop of Wasteland will accompany us. Not quite twilight, as I've come to really like from the old version, but either way, we are underway. 5 minutes on the clock, and wind them up, let them go. We are underway again with game number 1 in a pivotal Blue Conference matchup in the Platinum League. It's going to be Stevo. Stevo up and around 1. Tries to get around 2. It's going to go off the sidewall. That's going to set up a chance in front. Waffles is not going to be able to hit it. He goes off the crossbar, and the Wolves survive the first salvo.
Yes, they survived that one indeed. Just pushed wide by the Puffins. Now we're quickly back into another opportunity. AJ Geschwind gets high. He scores.
Big one from AJ here. It is going to be set up perfectly by Symbol. Gets the bounce off the corner wall. Draws up Stevo. Stevo flying in a direction that is not productive in any way, shape, or form. And AJ knocks that one home. 26 seconds in. It's a 1-0 lead for the Wolves. Back to it. On the sidewall. AJ puts it off the back. Symbol's going to be lurking. He's going to be lurking near half, and it's going to be taken aside by Stevo. Up and around him. Second touch, and it's in. It's going to be another one. This one from Symbol. It's a 2-0 lead.
Savagery early here by the Wolves. The sense of urgency, you can feel it. Waffles not able to get to that challenge in time, and Symbol able to get a nice quick flick over him. He ends up beating both defenders. 2-0 the result.
39 seconds in, already a 2-0 lead for the Wolves. This will be off the sidewall. Chance for possibly the Puffins to get back going. Bouncing it off of the side again, taken away by Stevo. Stevo and AJ Geschwind going to meet at the midfield. AJ puts it up in the air, but doesn't get a lot of distance on it with no boost. That'll get sent right at Symbol, however. That pass is put up. It's going towards the goal line in front. Good job by Stevo to keep it away, and that is going to be sent deep. Chance for Waffles if he can find the angle. That's popped up right in front of the Wolves' net, but it's not going to find its way home. 2-0 lead still as we approach 90 seconds gone.
The Wolves are playing a solid defensive rotation right now. The Puffins need to get themselves out of... I'm not going to say it's a panic mode right now, but you're down 2-0 early in probably one of the most critical matches that you've ever had in your Rocket League career. If they can pull it together, get their rotations back on point, they can come back into this game.
Up and over half on 1. Good. A little barrel roll from AJ Geschwind. Gets it deep into the Puffins' corner. Rolls it around. Chance in front. Good touch by Waffles. Gets it again deep into the Wolves' end. Looking for a pass out in front. He's going to miss this opportunity. It flies underneath him, and the Wolves have control of the ball. Up and over the halfway line. Taken away. Stevo pops this down. It's going to go right at AJ Geschwind, who gets a nice boomer play into the Puffins corner. That might set up beautifully, but it's Steve-O who takes it away with 2:50 to go. That is still a 2-0 lead. Puffins might be able to get one here if they can find it. In front, off the crossbar and down. Still a chance, but the barrel roll is not going to work, and they miss an opportunity. Still 2-0.
A missed opportunity for the Wolves on the counterattack play. Twice the Waffles has put that ball off the top bar. Right now that top post is the MVP for the Wolves.
In front, Symbol waiting patiently at the midfield. Loses on that piece of contact. It'll get sent towards the sidewall. Chance near side and sent along with 2:08 to go. This will bounce around the corner. Up and around to midfield. Trying to follow this. Wolves have a chance here, but they get in each other's way, and the Puffins can take control. It's Waffles in his own end. Bounced in front. Wolves, that's going to go up and over, but not away. Still about 100 seconds left in action for game one. 2-0 lead for the Wolves. All they need to do is waste as much time as possible. They're doing a great job of that as the ball has just lived in the Puffins' end for the most part.
Yeah, the Puffins have tried to secure their defensive rotation, but in the process, they haven't been doing very much offensively on their touches. A lot of just shipping the ball back into the Wolves' end to clear. While they have reset their rotations, this has caused a very big lack of offense. And with 1:14 left, it'll be interesting to see if they can possess the ball in the Wolves' end.
Indeed, 70 seconds to go. Puffins need a goal. They're trying to take away the chance for the Wolves to clinch in this game if they can. 1 minute left on the clock. That shot's going to go far side, but it's saved by Waffles. They need a quick goal. Bounced off the side. Puffins can get a good boomer here potentially. It's up the sidewall. Trying to fly to it is Waffles, but he's not going to get there. AJ Geschwind up in the air. Has the touch into the middle, but a good defensive play is going to take that one away. Steve-O gets up and keeps it from the goal line.
Like I said, great defensive rotation right there. Steve-O in perfect position. A nice touch around. This might be the start of a very nice play, but he's not able to get the second touch.
Needed one more, unable to do it with 24 left. Puffins, again, they need a goal. This is going to be sent towards the Wolves' net. It was on target, but a good save on a not very threatening shot is going to get sent back into the Puffins' end, and I think the Wolves might have just wasted enough time. That's in front, empty net, and AJ is going to put the dagger home as the Wolves are going to walk away with a Game 1 win. They are one step closer, 4 more to go. Their magic number is 4 for a division clinch.
Yeah, 1 goal. Very well done by the Wolves. The pressure right now for the Wolves is really taking the Puffins off of their game. It'll be interesting to see if the Puffins can really build off of what they had there in about the last minute or so, where they actually did get a possession. Game number 1's going to go to the Wolves 3-0, but it was by no means one-sided, as both these teams I really like the defensive rotation for both these teams. It seems extremely solid.
Yeah, the big difference, though, is that the Wolves are able to turn that defense into offense. Puffins, not so much. Puffins were quick to give possession back up to the Wolves, and the Puffins limited their possession time in their own possession time in the Wolves' end, where it was just missed setups in the corners. They were trying to move around the corners too much, in my opinion. They really need to work the backboard a little bit, if possible. That could really solve things. The quick strike needs to be on point for the Puffins to survive against a Wolves team that is looking as fluid as they are.
So we are going to roll into game number 2 here. Be interesting to see if the Puffins can keep control of that ball and make amazing happen in game number 2. We are underway. Symbol off the face-off. This is going to drop off the top and into the possession of the Puffins. Great interference there. Waffles is going to put its ball up. Steve-O not able to get the 50-50 there in the corner. All this 50-50 is going to send it all the way to the other corner. Steve-O went up, not able to get around it.
Oh, good job by the Puffins to be able to get in front of that dribble attempt. It was definitely going to be an opportunity for the Wolves to get around. If they were able to get that last touch, they had a goal working. But with 30 seconds gone, good job by the Puffins to at least keep their marks clean for the time being.
Noticing a cheeky little boost steal by Symbol on the back end of that play. The Puffins are minus boost right here. Symbol takes the shot, unable to get it on net. AJ, the second salvo, just a little bit wide to the right. Waffles gonna put this into the corner. Symbol is there. Puffins give up possession for the Wolves. Symbol touching down. Will continue the possession, although Waffles quickly in. This is centered for Steve-O, not able to get around and get that touch on. AJ will pick it up.
That's one that the Puffins desperately needed to make contact on. They're living dangerously with the ball this close to their goal line for that amount of time. They need to take advantage of little shots like this, and they do, as Steve-O finds the first one with a 1-0 lead.
Little bit of a misrotation here as AJ playing that ball a little bit earlier. Symbol was up pretty far. AJ being the last man back, not able to get contact on that ball. Great play by Steve-O.
Good placement by Steve-O as well, as he was able to put that in the near side. He puts that in the middle of the net or near the back post. And there's a chance that the Wolves may have been able to get there, but good work on the placement to keep that one away from the last defender, and a 1-0 lead for them as we move forward a minute 40 in.
Waffle's going to pick this ball up. Has an interesting second touch, almost a pinch into an own goal off of Symbol, and that would have been mental if he would have gotten that. Steve-O, nice touch. Mind gaming Symbol right now. The ball is still in the dangerous spot. Waffles putting it back off the backboard. Continual pressure here by the Puffins as Steve-O pushes the ball just a little wide.
The slow play and the slow pace that the Puffins have in the offensive zone right now is really taking the Wolves off balance. Puffins have slowed it down, which benefits them. In my opinion, they have had a much better time of it in Game 2, taking their time with their touches, being a lot more deliberate with their actions, just like that. They cause the demo, they take a demo, but at the same time, it keeps the defender away from the ball. That's huge as we hit halftime.
Ball being floated back into the Puffin zone. Steve-O will put it to the side. He's the first man up. He's going to push it back into the corner. Nice placement. Has a second touch. He scores! 2-0.
This is what the Puffins were not doing in Game 1. They're finishing on their setups. And granted, Steve-O set himself up here with the corner bounce, but realized that the Wolves could not get to it defensively as it caught the awkward bounce out of the corner. Wolves read something different, and Steve-O takes advantage for a 2-0 lead.
Steve-O, great retention. His 50-50s have been lethal in this matchup. This is centered for Waffles. Nice touch, almost gets it to Steve-O again. And really a very nice unorthodox pass there.
Oh, good takeaway, though. That's going to set up a possible hat trick for Steve-O on the other side, and he will, thanks to the defensive touch, make it a 3-0 lead for the Puffins.
I just mentioned Steve-O. What a lethal 50-50 there as he makes the save on Symbol, takes it all the way down the other way, gets another 50 through AJ pinch, and a goal. 3-0 with a minute 58 left, and the Puffins answering big in game number 2.
And if you remember back to the intro, the Wolves need a 5-0 to clinch the division. This very well could open the door for the Foxes to take the division on Sunday if the Foxes can take care of business in a 5-0 against the Blizzards. This is huge with 90 seconds to go.
This ball is centered for Symbol. They need to get a goal now if they want to try to get back into this game. The mishandle of the ball, Waffles will clear. AJ's going to put this towards the net. No, Waffles gets up over him. He shoots, he scores from the midline.
That's a big one. That might be the dagger as well. Wolves have been a different team and not in their favor. Too late to the ball at the midfield. Both of them a little overextended. Not a lot of communication telling each other where they are because they're parallel on that midfield line. Nobody back to stop the empty net.
So off the face-off, this will go towards the zone of the Puffins. AJ, quick goal.
Well, they get one. It's not unheard of to come back with 3 goals in a minute and 13 seconds, but they need another quick one here soon. Huge kickoff goal, and perhaps the Wolves have found a weakness in the Puffins' armor in this game too.
Are you saying that the weakness is kickoffs?
Potentially. We don't know. We're going to find out here pretty quick, though.
Nice play by Waffles to keep this in the corner. They're just trying to play keep away. That's not how to play it, though. Symbol pushes it towards the net. Steve-O will get a savior medal with a minute remaining. AJ, nice press towards the net. Just a little wide. Symbol unable to get the contact as he was up in the air for it. Waffles takes it across. Wins the 50-50. Almost gets dembled by AJ, and that was a perfect flip at the right time.
Puffins are panicking a little bit, though. They may live to tell about this, being that they had a big enough lead. But the Wolves have definitely started to wake up here in the latter stages of Game 2, which is a problem for the Puffins going forward if the Puffins are trying to make up ground. Look for that to be a thing in Game 3, as with 20 seconds left, they at least bring it back to a 2-goal deficit.
Yeah, and this right here, the man, the myth, the legend, Steve-O, losing a 50-50 this time. As AJ comes in, great play. He was ready off of that ball. 2 goals in 20 seconds, Curtis. I believe it is possible.
It's not the worst thing in the world. This could definitely be a big comeback, but they need one quick. And it doesn't look like they're going to get it. It looks like the Puffins are going to waste just enough time to end this game.
No uppercase 1 magic here is 3 seconds left on the clock. 2-1, and game number 2, a great answer by the Puffins. They win 4-2. Curtis, both these teams seem extremely evenly matched. Both teams have very good defensive rotations. Both teams like to play with speed. Both teams are not getting passes to each other, which I find extremely odd because they're 2 teams that have extremely high rates of assisted goals.
Well, Steve-O had a really, really nice couple of individual efforts. Waffles helped with one of his own, but the big thing here is that the Puffins took their mistakes from Game 1, where they weren't able to transition from defense to offense, and they more or less fixed that. Their transition game was on point in Game 2. Wolves had no answer for that one, but it's the deliberate play from the Puffins at the start of the game that really, really set them apart. And between games 1 and 2, now that we have Game 3, both teams have been on top of their game, one game to the other. We have a chance here for an even matchup and possibly a very close Game 3 as we get going with 5 minutes on the clock.
Every game lost is a danger to the Wolves.
That's a nice
game one for the Puffins is going to be huge, and Waffles off the kickoff. What a play.
Yeah, Waffles again off the kick as the Puffins take the kickoff goal that they gave up in Game 2 and send it right back to the Wolves end. So that's really, really big. But 4 seconds in, a 1-0 lead for the Puffins. Here we go, as this will go up the sidewall. Bouncing it off the ceiling. It'll eventually come down on top of AJ Geschwin. Takes the ricochet. It'll send it towards the side. Chance for Symbol to do some damage. He will keep it up in the air. He's going to make things as difficult as he can for the Puffins. A lot of boost to use, but it's not going to matter. Back the other way is Whiffles. Whiffles looking for one more touch into the middle. Might have an angle. He's got it. That is a protractor type angle at a 2-0 lead.
I tell you what, his name is Waffles, but that was a shot like what I've seen out of Whiffles. Great angle, follows that ball himself, makes them pay for a little bit of an overcommit on the skied-high ball by the Wolves. And now, 2 quick goals in under 30 seconds. The Puffins looking to take a stranglehold on Game 3.
And that's a chance for the Wolves. The other side trying to get one far side, not going to be able to make it happen. 36 seconds in, Wolves find themselves in familiar territory between games 2 and 3, as they are going to have to make a comeback. Wolves playing this one slow. Steve-O back by himself. Good touch into the middle on the challenge. It'll bounce wall to wall, side to side. Off the corner. That's in front. Good touch by the Puffins to get that one away. They may be able to turn this the other way. Off the roof. Chance for them to get this into the middle. Still going to bounce in the Wolves' end. And Steve-O is going to lose possession on the right wing side. It remains a 2-0 lead.
Very good play and rotation for the Puffins. This is center for Steve-O. Overcommit now as Symbol's going to bring it back. He has a 1v2 or 2v1 centered for AJ, who's not able to get there in time. That was a missed opportunity, Curtis.
That was. Absolutely, they needed that, but the Wolves are still going to remain down 2, and the Puffins have the possession in the green end. Bounce right wing side. Puffins going to keep control of it for the moment, but that takeaway is monstrous towards the Puffins net, and it's going to find Pater. AJ Geschwin has the lead at 1.
Hashtag oof. Whiff Waffles not able to get the second challenge on that as he recovers not as good as he would have liked to. AJ comes around, boomers that from his own end. 1-2 now.
Minute 43 gone in game number 3. It's a 1-1 series in week number 10 of MLD season play. Around the corner, it's going to pop towards the ceiling. It's going to shave the ceiling, eventually come down, but the Puffins take possession. Good reach. AJ Geschwin is going to try for the boost. He's going to fail to get it. Steve-O puts it up into the air. It's going to pop top of the box for the Wolves. That ricochet is going to send it towards the far post, and it gets cast aside. Approaching halftime. Going underneath it, Steve-O taking his time, gets it around 1, trying to get it around 2. Both Wolves challenged for it. Steve-O looking for contact into the middle, tries to read this, and he keeps it in the corner as we hit halftime.
I'm going to say great patience there, Curtis, by the Puffins. They could have gone all in on that, but the Wolves would have made them pay if they had missed it, and I think it was a high percentage miss. As almost an own goal by AJ. He's able to keep it out, bringing it back the other way. Open net opportunity. Not able to get around it. He centers the ball, and Waffles going to clear this away to safety.
Wolves still on the attack, though. 2 minutes to go. They need a goal to tie. This is a monstrous sequence in this series as the Puffins will bring it in. Steve-O. Smengwin's on the attack. Looking into that corner, gets it around 1 with a little bit of a fake. Second challenge is going to go really well for the Wolves as it goes into the corner again. Still there. Great contact. It's going to send that deep into the Puffins corner. It'll bounce off that wall, stays near side, and that's going to go around from Steve-O. And the Wolves will give chase in their own end with about 90 seconds left.
Oh, Steve-O almost gets the 50 there. Almost Dunk City. Symbol's going to bring this ball back in. And the Puffins have been very content to just mind their defensive rotation. They have been lethal with the lead in this series, and they're playing an extremely solid possession game, Curtis.
Down to 75 seconds to go. There's a chance in front for the Puffins. They score! Make it a 3-1 lead with 1:11 to go, and they're that much closer to the Foxes in the wild card, it looks like.
Waffles was coming across for a pass to Steve-O. The 50-50 worked out perfectly as Symbol came on the back end to challenge that. Steve-O getting up in the air is able to get a little bit of an awkward touch, and AJ gets beat in the net, although off the face-off. Answer quickly by AJ.
They've done this before. Another little kill right in front by Symbol on the kick, and there's nothing Steve-O can do to try to move that away from the center dot. Easily taken care of by AJ Geschwin, and it's a 1-goal deficit with 68 seconds to go. And do the Wolves have a hero on their roster to try to tie this one up and keep their chance at a nice, successful close intact? Minute to go. Near the halfway line, Wolves are going to take this out of the corner. They're going to try to bounce it into the middle, and AJ is not going to get there first. Nice touch. Puffins on the attack. That's an empty net far side, but just wide of that right post. And the Wolves will take possession once more. 40 seconds to go. Up and over half on the left wing. It's going to be Steve-O taking the boost, bouncing it around that corner. Puffins have a 2v1. If they play it right, that's going to go off to the side. And Steve-O's going to lose possession, but he's going to try to get it tapped into the middle. He does. Can the Puffins put it away? They cannot with 20 seconds left. And now it's a 2v1 back the other side. Symbol with the dribble, the flick, and a great save coming out of the top of the box. Wolves still have a chance, still have the offensive momentum, but a great takeaway might seal things. Puffins going to waste just enough time, it looks like, to end the game. This is going to be one last gasp from the Wolves, and it won't work. The Puffins take a 2-1 lead in the series.
With a 3-2 victory, that was extremely close. Curtis, the thing that I noticed more than anything else in this matchup, the Puffins, if they are playing with the lead, go into an absolute controlling, devastating stranglehold of ball possession, and the Wolves have not been able to do just enough just yet All things considered, you look at the fact that one of those goals was a face-off goal for the Wolves towards the middle of that game, and the Puffins were just in control of that game the entire time. Doesn't show on the shots. The Wolves were definitely getting their shots in. But I love the possessional play by the Puffins here.
Well, what we're seeing now, if you look at the standings, and I know the Foxes haven't played yet, but at the moment, the Puffins are one game out of the division lead as we speak now. They're actually going to be even with the Foxes in the win column before the Foxes play on Sunday against the Blizzard. But it is a big series for the Puffins. If they can turn this around and get a win out of this, maybe even get 4 games, possibly even, well, they won't get 5. If they can get 4 games, though, this becomes a major victory for the Puffins in Week 10, and it will definitely help them in their journey to make the playoffs.
Well, if they get 4 games, they are in a record tie for the... They're in a record tie with the Wolves. The Wolves are going to score first here in game number 4. It'll be interesting to see if the Wolves can keep that. I need to go look to see how the first matchup between these two teams went, because that is going to be a very critical talking point here if the 4-1 series victory does happen.
Well, as we see it, Wolves waking up a little bit as they have a chance for a second one. Not going to quite work 35 seconds in, but a big first strike as they're able to work from ahead for the first time in a little while. We'll see if they can keep it.
Ball dropped into the Wolves zone in the corner. The Puffins retreating. AJ not able to keep control of this ball. Rushing in was Symbol. This ball will sky all the way to the opposite side. Ball still in, and Steve-O's going to put this in. He answers.
What a read from Steve-O. This is going to go lateral, and that's Symbol's mistake putting it there in the first place, especially when his teammates nowhere to help out. But you really don't want to put it in that spot anyway, hoping your teammate can get there. Steve-O reads it perfectly and puts that just underneath the bar to tie the game.
So yeah, I've got the numbers, Curtis, and if the Puffins are able to pull off a 4-1 here, they have a tie with the Wolves, and because they won the first series in week number 1, they would actually have the tiebreaker over the Wolves. So a 4-1 is what the Puffins are aiming for right here. It puts a lot of pressure on the Wolves, and Steve-O pushing this off the bar, and a missed opportunity for the Puffins.
It's still there, though. Wolves are going to have to try to turn this into a counter. 2-point swing potentially coming, but yeah, that's a massive development in this, as the Puffins really have done themselves a lot of favors with a good series here. This series is not over by any stretch, but if they are able to assert their dominance, then it becomes a much hairier situation in the Arctic Division.
3 minutes left on the clock. The Puffins trying to keep the pressure on. This could come down to an all-important game number 5 if they're able to score a win in this matchup. Waffles gonna center this ball. Steve-O, a little bit of an overcommit here. AJ hits the turn on it. He puts it all the way back in, and they punish the overcommit. 2-1.
Huge overextension. Both Puffins in the same spot. It just took one touch to get it out into the open field, and AJ found it on that touch. Great job by Symbol to realize the situation. Just needed good contact. He found it, and AJ finds the net on the other side, make it a 2-1 lead on a 2-point swing.
AJ getting high for the another goal off the kickoff. The Wolves score again off the kickoff here.
That's their third kickoff goal in this series. Nothing that Waffles can do, as he had a little bit of an issue getting up for that. He needs to find some momentum and get up a little bit sooner, read the trajectory a little bit sooner so that he can keep it away from his goal line. But he let it into frame, and that's one that he would like back.
Ball back into the Wolves zone. Symbol getting the first touch on it, tries to bring it into control. Clears it into the Puffins corner. Little bit of urgency here out of the Puffins as they like the control of this matchup. They don't have it right now. The overcommit. Symbol gonna punish back the other way. Now it's a 4-1 lead with 2:04.
90% of players would have gone and just tried for the 50 to clear it away. Symbol decides, you know what? No, I'm going to catch this, and I'm going to play the miss. He plays the miss. The player misses. He catches it on his hood and is able to carry it across the field to the other end, and the Wolves are running away with game number 4. This is a massive development as they try to force a decisive game 5 in the series.
Even if the Puffins lose here and they lose out on the 4-1 opportunity, every game is going to be important in the wild card race. Waffles up. He's going to miss out on the opportunity there. AJ gets demoed as the Puffins take control. Great 50 by Symbol into the Puffins corner. Steve-O will take possession. Going to take it all the way up the corner. Offensive opportunity. Symbol clearing away to the side. The Puffins need good, solid touches. It might start here. Waffles is up. Not able to get around it, though, as AJ is able to touch it to the side. Pressure still on. Touch out. Symbol misses the initial touch, but he takes control of it. Steve-O continuing the pressure.
That's huge. That is absolutely huge. 70 seconds to go. 4-1. Puffins really trying to get one. If they can get one, they might be able to get a couple, but they are having problems breaking the seal that the Wolves have put on their net over the last 3 minutes or so. And if they can't do it in the next, say, 10 seconds, it's going to be really difficult for them to try to start a comeback here.
This is definitely a very hotly contested match. Off the bar, Steve-O! That was so important! And the missed play there may be the nail in the coffin, but the pressure is still on. Steve-O will score! 4-2, 34 seconds left.
34 seconds, not a ton of time, but plenty to put 2 goals in. This is a big, big goal for Steve-O. The Puffins finally make good on the amount of possession that they've had. It's been a fun one to watch offensively for them when it comes to everything but shooting. They have had their issues getting it into the wide open hole in the wall, and they need a goal quick on the other side.
So here's Steve-O bringing the ball back in. He's going to try to get this ball center. He misses out. This is going to be centered, though. It is in the air. Waffles is going to miss the touch. Steve-O getting around one, but he's unable to put it on net. AJ trying to keep the pressure out of the zone. Steve-O now, the little bit of a stutter is going to be a critical disadvantage as the time will run out. The Wolves will win game number 4. And all of a sudden, things are getting a lot tougher for the Puffins.
Well, the last thing that either of these two teams needed was an even series. Last thing that either of these two teams needed was a 2-3, whether it goes one way or the other. They really both wanted a dominant win in their favor, whether it be 4-1 or 5-0. Now it just makes things much easier for the Foxes to potentially come in and take the division from the Wolves or the Puffins at this point. This 5th game is going to determine the series leader. No, maybe that's not right. No, that would not be right. The Wolves will still end this series with the lead intact, but it all matters on what, of course, the Foxes do on Sunday.
Absolutely. And with this, I believe the Wolves have actually clinched the playoffs.
Okay.
Because they are above all the other teams. I believe that they have the tiebreakers over anyone who can get to 30 wins. They are, I believe, tentatively in the playoffs.
Okay, well, that's if that's awesome. If that's the case, and awesome for the Wolves. They still have business to attend to, though, and they're not going to want to hear anything about a playoff spot being clinched. They want this division, and they're going to try to make things as difficult as they can for the Foxes. As that one's going to go deep towards the Puffins' net, but Waffles is going to get up and take it away laterally. Puffins still in their own end with it. That's going to go off the nose, gets sent at the Wolves' net. Good boomer back the other way, but the Wolves will keep possession. Finding the bounce off the lateral wall. It'll bounce in frame, and finding one off the spoiler is Steve-O as he gets it back to midfield. Game number 5 underway. Trying to find a winner in this series. That's going to be a great bounce. So it gets sent wall to wall, side to side. Wolves with a chance. Big miss. It's going to set up a Puffins chance. What a great job by, that is AJ Geschwind coming back to make a really nice save as he saved a goal there.
Open net opportunity. Can Waffles put it in? He can. Scores on a great retention by Steve-O.
Yeah, Steve-O with a really, really good touch here. Just gets it up and around the last defender. Waffles, all he needs to do is turn into it as he's following his teammate in. Finds it. 1-0 lead for the Puffins. That's huge. Back to it. 56 seconds into game number 5. Puffins have the advantage. This is going to go deep in the Puffins corner. Popped in front, finding one off the wheels. Plenty of boost, and Symbol is not able to find the third touch as that one will get sent into the Puffins corner as we play with a minute 15 gone. Good little dribble play. Sent up and around. Symbol in front. That's going to be up the ramp. Bounce. Taken away again by the Wolves, who are trying to play the little bit of the possession game. This is a big problem for the Puffins, however. In front. Great touch from Steve-O. Up is going to be Waffles, trying to keep it with him. Great job by AJ Geschwind, who makes things as difficult as he can for Waffles coming down the field.
The Puffins are exactly where they want to be. They want that 1-goal lead so they can pressurize the Wolves into making mistakes by keeping the possession in their end and keeping the possession out of the Wolves' hands. Very important right now that the Wolves keep the pressure on in the offensive zone as Steve-O is able to make another clear, but not overcommit. Both teams need to not overcommit because an overcommit can seal a devastating blow.
Oh, talk about an overcommit. That one's going to go over the head of the last defender, but a great save. Still there. That's a chance. They find it on the goal line. It's still not in. Can they do it? They cannot. Steve-O can't find the net. 2 minutes and 28 seconds to go, and that's an opportunity gone by for the Puffins to double the lead.
Top bar MVP for the Wolves in this matchup because that is the third top bar and down that has gone against the Puffins, and that was painful.
Oh, that's in front off the crossbar. That's not going to find a home. This will be lateral for the Puffins in their own end. This is a big problem. Wolves on the attack. And finally, it's going to be Steve-O who takes it away, sends it deep into the Wolves' end. Waffles needs a touch. Actually, that's Steve-O in the corner as he followed it up. Thought he got demoed for some reason. It'll be Waffles. Waffles coming in, taking his time, a little bit too deliberate with it as the Wolves will take it from there. About 100 seconds to go, keeping it on the ground, and that's a mistake. We wanted a flick there that didn't quite work. Back the other way come the Puffins. Oh, Whiffles flies underneath the ball. That's not going to work very well. He'll take it back into his own end and try to regroup from there. Looks like the Wolves going to make it as difficult as possible on him. As he puts it up the side ramp, he'll try to find it on the nose flying into it, but he fails to do so with 80 seconds to go.
Puffins are just doing everything they can to stall out, but the missed touch, AJ Geschwind's going to make them pay. Tie game, minute 15.
After all that, the defensive play by Steve-O not going to work as he flies above the ball. I think he thought the ball was going to be a little bit higher than that. It does not find him, and with 75 seconds left, the Wolves find a gift in the Puffins' end.
Minute 13 left on the clock. And Curtis, I don't know what these two teams have to do, but they need to give it their all as both teams have so much on the line coming to the end of this season. It is Week 10 action. And is this just the Arctic Division, or do I have chills?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately it comes down, oh, this one's going to go towards the open net. Far side, it's in! Waffles makes it a 2-1 lead.
Waffles in on point right here. Gets just enough air above Symbol to touch it by, and he scores. The 1-goal lead with 48 seconds. The Puffins like the lead. Can they keep the Wolves from scoring?
Huge moment in this game. Oh, that's going to go off the post as well. This is still in front. Puffins have a chance to put this one away. It's in frame, but a big stop as that one keeps it away. Wolves need to try to move it back the other side towards the sidewall. Going to bounce off that ramp. Chance for Symbol. Symbol up and around one. Tries to find the second one with 23 left. off the nose. That's going to bounce over the halfway line. Puffins going to try to find this out of the corner, have the angle. It's off the back, and that one's not going to work. 12 seconds on the clock. Puffins look like they may be able to seal Game 5 and possibly make things a little easier for them to make the playoffs. 3 seconds left. Wolves still on the attack. Symbol out of the corner, trying to find it, can't do it, and the Puffins are going to take Game 5 in this series win. Final count 3-2.
And that was critical. Very critical for the Puffins. They're going to end the regular season 28-22. Wins-wise, they are positioned very well in the wild card picture, but they're going to need a lot of help to get in. Whereas the Wolves finished the season off at 30-20, and they haven't quite clinched everything yet, as we have seen in the chat. The Mythbusters squad on on the job for us here today. And man, that was a matchup. So much pressure.
Well, don't forget, guys, as we get going into the third series tonight, if you guys saw a play that you want to get nominated for the MLD Play of the Week, grab it, clip it, hashtag it, MLDPOTW, and send it to the ML Doubles Twitter account. Winning nomination will earn a case of Balls Guarana sent to their door completely free to them, and you can actually get free shipping on your order at BAWLS, that's balls.com. So with that said, we will have the third series for you. We got a little more Platinum League action on your screens coming up next. This is the MLD Network presented by Balls Guarana and Arctic Cooling. We'll be right back.